stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, folks, it has all come down to this, the final race, week 10 here in the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And folks, it's going to be a good one. Last race of the season, still got a points battle for the championship up for grabs here at Charlotte. And folks, like I said, it's going to be a dandy here this evening. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Sunday night here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And my name is Jake Reeves, going to be calling the action tonight. Adam Flieger on the controls here this evening. And once again, folks, I mean, this is the legendary dirt track at Charlotte, 0.4 of a mile clay oval in beautiful Concord, North Carolina, where I will be here in the coming days next weekend for the Carolina Nationals. Just outside of this dirt track is the Z-Max Dragway, which is where I will be. And a lot of history here at this racetrack. Obviously, you know, the dirt track smack dab between a drag strip and then obviously the Charlotte Motor Speedway, what was called Lowe's Motor Speedway at one time. That's the house that Jimmy Johnson built, if you want to call it that. Obviously, Bruton Smith was the owner of it, but Jimmy Johnson, a lot of success at Charlotte with his Lowe's Chevrolet at Lowe's Motor Speedway. No pun intended on that. But with all that going on, the drag strips next Friday night, Charlotte will have the Roval here in the next couple of weeks, and we got the action smack dab in the middle here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Checking out some guys out here just now putting down some qualifying times, and Logan Rumsey right now at the top of the board. He won last week when we was at Lincoln Speedway. Also won the Monday night series for the Butt Kicker World of Outlaws Late Model Dirt Series that Monday night. So Rumsey coming off a little bit of, I guess you could say, some momentum coming into tonight here at Charlotte. And that's exactly what he is wanting to do, try to go 2 for 2 in the season on a high note. But, folks, we got the points right here. And Devin Morgan, he has led these points for a good portion of the season coming into last weekend. And Devin Morgan didn't show up, and Chase Barber came out and was able to put up a good finish up on the podium. And so he was able to take over the points lead. He's got 730 points with Morgan at 711. Then Kendall Tucker will be third at 689. J.D. Brown 681. Logan Rumsey, he is in the top 5 at a 681 as well, tied with J.D. Brown. So there will be a race in itself for that for that position in the points. The rest of the guys in the top 10, Dylan Wilson, James Edens, Stephen Gaines, Robbie Buchanan Jr., that is the top 10 in the points. Coming into the last week, week 10, folks, here at Charlotte. And right now, Logan Rumsey, like I said, riding that momentum from last week, 2 for 2, if you will, or as I've said over the past 10 weeks, a twofer, if you will. That's what he got. Now he's trying to go for a 3-fer, or maybe even a 4-fer if he can pull it off here tonight and tomorrow night. But taking a look at some of these other guys coming out here making some laps on the racetrack. And got Evan C out here. Cody Nevin is out. He's doing some laps. Evan C just now starting to pop up some times right here. As here he is coming around right here off of turn number 4. Gonna see what he can get as far as a lap time goes. And time not in his favor right now, obviously sitting about 23rd on the grid chart right now. And he's got to see if he can find some extra speed, try to jump up that leaderboard, if you will. But I'm telling you, folks, I mean, honestly, this is honestly, my favorite dirt track on the iRacing sim, probably because, I've actually won here a couple of times in official races, and, it's awesome to get those wins. But, I mean, it's just a track that I personally like myself and have, been able to have a little bit of success in my iRacing career at. And, very, very prestigious racetrack. This is also the track where they do and will host the World of Outlaws finals here coming up in the next couple of months. So, like I said, very, very historic racetrack. Not only for the oval itself for Charlotte Motor Speedway, not only for the Z-Max Dragway, but smack dab right here. I mean, this is the world famous dirt track in Charlotte. Like I said, got some guys still coming around, getting some last laps in, trying to get around. Tucker Elkins, one of those guys, trying to get him some laps in, and looks like he's going to get denied of that. But, folks, we're ready to rock and roll as we're fixing to get the first heat up right here and get this bad boy rolling. Remember, for those of you that are just now tuning in for the first time in 10 weeks, honestly, where the heck have you been? You missed out on some awesome dirt track super late model racing. So if this is your first week being here, honestly, shame on you for missing out on all of the dirt action that we have had here in the past 9 weeks. But if this is your first time, 10 laps or 10 minutes, whichever one comes first, top 3 will advance to the feature. And with that, heat number 1, Logan Rumsey, talked about him earlier on here in the broadcast. He will start on the front row with Caleb Durgan to his outside. Chase Barbara will be third. He is the points leader coming into tonight. John Ruggiero Jr. will be fourth. Bulldog Matthew Selby, he will be fifth. Willie Howes will be sixth. Tucker Elkins, one of those rookies, in 7th, with Ian Logan 8th, Matthew Logan 9th, and Scott Smith, he will be 10th. The last guy in heat race number 1 will be the number 3 entry of Nathan Brown. And these guys are going to be ready to lock and load, get ready to roll it right here, and send them off right here for the first heat race of the evening. Looks like we're only going to have 3 heat races this evening. We know how that was last week at Lincoln. Really stacked up the field in both of the B mains, but green flag is out. Rumsey on the gas, and he immediately goes to the cushion all the way to the top of the racetrack. Durgan, he's in a hard-fought battle back here in the back. As we got a couple of guys look like they got tangled up, if you will, back here. Selby, he's getting tangled up big time. He's able to save it right at the start-finish line. It's going to drop him all the way back to the number 10 position. Rumsey all the way to the top. Barbara trying to follow. Durgan all the way down to basically down there where the tires is. You got to be careful down there around those tires. Don't want to hit them because, folks, they will not move at all. I've hit them before, and they are not fun to hit. So it's Rumsey, Barbara, and Durgan, the top three. Ruggiero Jr., Tucker Elkins, that is fourth and fifth on the racetrack. Got Ian Logan, Scott Smith back here, sixth and seventh, trying to catch up. Side-by-side battle with Nathan Brown and Matthew Logan. That's the battle for the 8th spot. Got one guy up in the fence. That's Ian Logan. Jumps the cushion just a little bit. Slides up into the fence. But we stay green here at Charlotte. Durgan looking pretty good, being able to hold on to that 3rd spot, but Ruggiero Jr. trying to muster something up, if you will, to try to get to him, get that final transfer spot. Elkins jumped the cushion, got up into the fence just a little bit. He is able to keep going right here. And folks, you're going to see a lot of that right there. You're going to see guys diving to the bottom, see a lot of guys running right up against the wall, just like Tucker Elkins is, almost taking the back wing off of it. That's how close he is over in turn 1 and 2. So Barbara's still trying to run down Rumsey. Durgan holding on to 3rd, but I'm telling you, that gap is starting to close between Ruggiero Jr. and Durgan, as you see it on your screen, getting very, very close. This is the white flag lap, so if Ruggiero Jr.'s got anything, he better full send it, or he's not going to be able to do it. And he's not going to be able to do it as Rumsey will get the win. Barbara second, Caleb Durgan able to hold on and get the final transfer spot in 3rd. So Rumsey riding that momentum that he had last week at Lincoln. He's going to keep it going here at Charlotte. So it's Rumsey picking up the win. Chase, Barber, Durgan, they will all three go to the feature. Ruggiero Jr. getting 4th. Tucker Elkins 5th. Scott Smith from 10th to 6th. So he's showing a little bit of speed here for the race, or for the series here tonight. Selby had that unfortunate accident off of 4. He's able to get back to 7th. Matthew Logan 8th. Nathan Brown, Ian Logan, Willie Hallis rounds out the field for heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 coming up. J.D. Brown, he's going to lead them to the field right here, or lead them to the green in heat race number 2. Desmond Busby will be right beside of him. Kendall Tucker will be 3rd with Colton Zimmer in 4th. Chase Hardy, we've seen him rip the top, especially at Knoxville earlier on in the season. He will be 5th. With Josh Fuller on the outside, he will be 6th. Nick Baum 7th. Evan C. back here in 8th. Jonathan Adkins 9th. And Robbie Buchanan Jr. rounds out the top 10. And Evan C., not one of those guys that you would normally see back here in the back. But green flag is out. We are going green once again here at Charlotte. Brown all the way to the top. Busby trying to see if he can strip it right in the middle. Not able to do it. Here comes Tucker down on the bottom trying to advance up in line. Busby able to hold the top. Tucker actually going all the way down, almost getting into the tires down where the grass is. Making the bottom lane work to the best that he can. And Busby all the way up to the fence over in 3 and 4. That's something we haven't seen yet. But he's able to make it work, trying to hold on as Chase Hardy battling very, very hard for that final transfer spot. Hardy right up, almost gets into Busby, just a little bit of contact. Hardy sends it in very hard. Pulls the slider, jumps up right in front of Busby. Here comes Busby, back down to the bottom. Try to advance in line. Check out Josh Fuller right behind him, trying to find a way around Busby as well and see if he can chase down Chase Hardy. No pun intended. For 3rd. Coming to the halfway mark right here. J.D. Brown, Kendall Tucker still 1st and 2nd, but the battle is on for that 3rd and 4th and 5th spot. You see them all back here fanning out. Robbie Buchanan Jr. back there is trying to move up in line as well. You're seeing Evan C. right here. He's up the back bumper right now. Josh Fuller trying to find a way around him. See, he's sitting sixth right now. Wow, Colton Zimmer slid in there very, very hard. I believe that, no, excuse me, that was Robbie Buchanan Jr. that slid in there real hard. And we got a spin. Zimmer gets tagged, gets spun around. No caution yet on the speedway. We stay green, but C got absolutely hammered right there. Going into turn number one, just got straight up body slammed. Unable to save the car, went straight up into the fence. So C's going to go to the back of the field. Up front, still J.D. Brown and Tucker. Hardy still trying to hold on to third. Busby in a side-by-side battle with Fuller. It's J.D. Brown. He will take the win. Kendall Tucker will get second. Chase Hardy will get third. And Fuller made a slider, a huge slider, in that last lap to be able to get around Busby for fourth. So J.D. Brown gets to win. Tucker second. Hardy third. Fuller will get fourth. Busby from second to fifth, respectively, here in heat race number two. Zimmer, Buchanan Jr. 6th and 7th. Baum, Adkins, and Evan C. They round out the field. And Evan C., I'm telling you, he just got straight up body slammed. You saw it right there here on the broadcast. Wow, I'm sure he's probably saying a couple of things maybe in the driver's chat that we probably cannot repeat on the broadcast. I'm sure he's not too happy about it. But his teammate, Blake Majulis, the man, the myth, the legend, in number 127, he will lead them to the green here in heat race number 3 with Ben Countermarsh in second. Jaden Anderson, Scout Neff be third and fourth. Anthony Thompson, Dylan Wilson, 5th and 6th. Then you got Diesel Jones. Good to see Diesel coming back this week. He'll be in 7th. Cody Nevin in 8th. Tyson Ulicki 9th, and Nicholas McDougal rounding out the field here to start off heat race number 3. Pace truck pulls off, only getting one lap. Trying to get these bad boys lined up and get this show on the road, if you will. And pace truck is off, going to leave them in the hands of Blake Majulis. Green flag is out. Majulis stands on the gas. Countermarsh in a side-by-side battle right now with Scout Neff as they go 3 wide off of turn number 2. Almost a little bit of contact with Scout stuck slap in the middle of the racetrack. Countermarsh all the way up, jumps the cushion. He's going to go from second all the way back to the 7th spot in 1 lap. That will advance Jaden Anderson up in that 2nd spot with Thompson and Wilson battling very hard for that final transfer spot. Here comes Scout. He's going to battle back very hard, try to get up in the middle of all of this action going on. Diesel Jones up on the top as we got a huge slider up here getting thrown right here by Dylan Wilson, not able to make it work. Thompson's going to throw a slider of his own all the way up to the cushion, and Wilson will pass him right back by on the bottom side. Wilson still holding on to third. Thompson riding right behind him in fourth. Scout Neff in fifth. Trying to hold on to where he is at. Maybe try to advance, obviously, a couple more spots. Get himself into the feature here at Charlotte for the final week of the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series. Thompson riding back in fourth. This is the battle on your screen, trying to see if they can get to the transfer spot. Anderson has it. Thompson wants it. Cody Nevin's got different ideas all the way to the bottom, trying to find his way around Thompson. Maybe he's got something for Jaden Anderson. As Wilson has bypassed Anderson, he's up to second. Blake Majulis just got that sucker on cruise control right now, ripping the top. And what a battle back here for that final transfer spot, as Nevin's still all the way to the bottom. 2 laps to go right here. to settle it for heat race number 3. Nevin all the way down to the bottom. Anderson all the way to the top. Nevin going to throw it straight in there and does not try to come up. Now he comes up, so Nevin will go to third as they take the white flag. Julius got this thing under wraps, if you will. Wilson back up to second. Nevin trying to hold on for everything he's got. As Blake Majulis, he will get the win. Wilson second, and Cody Nevin from 8th to 3rd. Have yourself a day, Mr. Nevin. You will go to the feature this evening. So Blake Majulis gets the win. Wilson second. We mentioned Cody Nevin 8th to 3rd. Hell of a drive by the number 11 entry, getting the final transfer spot. Jaden Anderson. Anthony Thompson 4th and 5th. Scout Neff, he will get 6th. Ben Countermarsh from 2nd to 7th. Then Diesel Jones, Nicholas McDougall, and Tyson Ulicki rounds out heat race number 3. And B main number 1 coming up. They will be led to the green by the number 44 entry. That is John Reguero Jr., Jaden Anderson, who for a good piece, for a good piece of that heat race number 3, really thought, we thought, or me personally, I thought, he was going to be able to transfer on, but Cody Nevin just slid right in there very quietly and got it. Anderson, he'll be on the outside. Busby, Scott Smith 3rd and 4th. Scout Neff, Robbie Buchanan Jr. 5th and 6th. Matthew Logan Diesel Jones 7th and 8th. Got Jonathan Adkins 9th. Ian Logan will be 10th, and Tyson Ulicki will be 11th. 7 drivers going to the feature here with the slim field here tonight at Charlotte. Once again, just like I said last week at Lincoln, slim field, you could see some guys that could slide up here and be able to make the features. As Reguero Jr. takes the green. Very good start by Jaden Anderson as well. Anderson all the way around the top trying to carry the momentum. Side by side. Now Reguero Jr., he gets tagged a little bit in the right rear, gets spun. Anderson will take the lead. Busby will go to second. Reguero Jr. able to still hold on to that 3rd spot. Smith, Buchanan Jr. now down on the bottom of Reguero Jr. now. Scout Neff, after all that little bit of a backup when Reguero Jr. got tagged, put Scout Neff back here in the back. So everybody trying to fight for everything that they got, going in 3 wide, body slamming Scout Neff and Matthew Logan back here in the back. All of this going on around the transfer spot, and at this point, Diesel Jones has it. And check out Tyson Ulicki. He's up here in the middle of this battle as well, trying to hold on for everything he's got. He gets bypassed by Scout Neff. Now Neff sits in 8th. As Diesel Jones holding on to that 7th spot. Anderson still has the lead, but here comes Busby down on the bottom. Right in the middle, Buchanan Jr. trying to run all the way down to the grass to try to see if he can advance around both of them. And here comes Busby, pulls the slider. Anderson drops it right down below him. So Busby tried to throw a haymaker. Anderson had none of it, took it right back. Now Busby gonna throw another haymaker. Here he goes all the way up, pulls the slider. Anderson tries to see if he can get down to the bottom. He's got the inside. And Anderson going to throw a haymaker of his own. Right back to Busby. Both of these guys just throwing haymakers right in front of Robbie Buchanan Jr. And Buchanan Jr. running the top basically the whole time. And now Busby able to throw that haymaker. Now here comes Robbie Buchanan. Buchanan Jr. throws a haymaker of his own, goes around both of them. Right here in the waning laps here of B main number 1, 4 wide looking off of turn number 4. Buchanan Jr. able to sneak through. Reguero Jr. smack dab in the middle of this as well as Jaden Anderson. And here comes Scott Smith up in the middle of this battle. But Desmond Busby able to sneak through it. Now here comes Buchanan. Jr. down to the bottom, back up to the top. So Buchanan Jr. holding on to that top side. Now here comes Busby. He's going to pull the haymaker as he did earlier, right back up in front of him. White flag is in the air. Busby trying to hold the top as Jr.'s trying to pull the slider on him. Final time into turn 3. Buchanan Jr. tries to pull it in there, is not able to make it work. Busby will get the win. Ruggiero Jr. just sneaks out a second place finish. Buchanan Jr. will get third. Anderson will finish fourth. And Scott Smith will get fifth. Adkins and Scout Neff will transfer on to the feature. So it's Desmond Busby, Ruggiero Jr., Buchanan Jr., the two juniors in B main number 1. Second and third, Anderson, Smith, that's the top 5. And then Adkins and Scout Neff, they will get the final transfer spots. Diesel Jones, Matthew Logan, Tyson Ulicki, and Ian Logan, that rounds out B main number 1. B main number 2 coming up, Josh Fuller, Tucker Elkins on the front row with Anthony Thompson sitting in third. Colton Zimmer be fourth. Bulldog Matthew Selby in the 046 entry will be fifth. Ben Countermarsh will be sixth. Nick Baum seventh. Nathan Brown eighth. Nicholas McDougal ninth. Evan C. gonna really have to start pushing it here. He'll be 10th with Willie Hallis back in 11th. Race truck still out on the racetrack. Give us a second to give a couple shout outs to some of our sponsors. Tri-City Speed for Rookie of the Year, DirtFan.com. Hello to all the DirtFan.com viewers out there, and Studio 10 Wraps looking for the best looking car. And Studio 10 Wraps has got a hard job to do looking at all these beautiful race cars here at the virtual dirt track at Charlotte, but pace truck is off. Josh Fuller, he's going to slam it down on the throttle. Green flag is out. Fuller on the gas. Elkins all the way to the top. Thompson trying to find some mustard down there on the bottom, if you will. And here comes Zimmer fighting very, very hard on that top side. Selby trying to find a way back up to the transfer spots, if you will, holding very strong right on that bottom line. Selby down on the bottom, Zimmer stacked up top. Big slam as Selby gets into Thompson. Knocks him up the racetrack. He sends Elkins up the racetrack, 3 wide going into turn number 1. As Thompson didn't look like he liked that contact just too much from Selby. But Selby able to advance through. Check out Evan C. He's up there in the middle of this trying to bulldog his way, no pun intended, all the way up in here. He's able to squeak by Ben Countermarsh, who slipped up just a little bit off of turn number 2. All this going on as Josh Fuller is just straight up checked out as they're 4 wide going across the stripe. Elkins in the middle of this as Thompson is as well. And Evan C. all the way down to the bottom. Hard racing right here. As Elkins, he gets slammed and he's going to go to the back. He's actually going to fall outside of the transfer position right now, so he's going to have to fight very, very hard to get back up here to Countermarsh and Nick Baum if he wants to get back into this, have a shot to get into the feature here this evening. Zimmer all the way to the top. Fuller still checking out. Selby trying to run down Fuller. Evan C., he's looking like he may be able to squeak out and get into the feature. Had to go through a B main to do it, but it's looking pretty good for him right now as he's sitting third. Zimmer, Baum, both of these guys back here battling for the 4th spot. Tucker Elkins still trying to see if he can muster something up on this bottom lane and get to Thompson, I believe it is, and it is. So that's the battle for the transfer spot right there on the right side of your screen. As Elkins down on the bottom, Thompson trying to run the middle. As We are coming with 3 laps to go as Elkins is able to sneak out in front just a little bit. Thompson's still trying to hold on for everything he's got. He's got 2 more laps to be able to try to make it work. Elkins down on the bottom. Tries to put it in there the best that he can. Selby has actually caught up to Josh Fuller, but the battle for the transfer spot still heating up, if you will. As now it's slipped back to Ben Countermarsh back here trying to find a way. White flag is in the air as Fuller trying to hold on with Matthew Selby and Evan C. in tow. Coming to the checker, Fuller looks like he will get the win in B main number 2. Selby will get 2nd. Evan C. will get 3rd. Colton Zimmer 4th. Baum 5th. Countermarsh 6th. And the final guy to get in looks like it's going to be the number 29 entry of Anthony Thompson. This guy's going to get a 1-minute warm-up before we get going right here and give us a second to talk about the title sponsor for the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series, and that is obviously Mission 22. Today, 20 veterans will be lost to suicide. In fact, every day, 20 veterans are lost to suicide in the United States. That makes the war at home more dangerous than all of our combat missions around the world. Mission 22 provides programs for veterans, spouses, ex-spouses, and children of veterans. Provides community for education for veterans and civilians. Mission 22 also builds national monuments to honor those lost to the war at home and creates awareness through events and social sharing. Go to mission22.com for more info. And I say it every single week, folks. Mission 22 for everything that they do for our veterans and everything that our veterans have done for this country. Great organization. Go check them out for everything that they do. But here we go. We are ready to rock and roll here this evening. 23 drivers. Gonna burn it up here at Charlotte. And the man that will lead them all to the green flag for this 50-lap feature is Logan Rumsey. On the front row, J.D. Brown will be right beside of him in 2nd. Blake Majulis, Chase Barbara, they will be in the 2nd row. 3rd and 4th, Kendall Tucker, Dylan Wilson, 5th and 6th. Caleb Durgan and Chase Hardy will be in row number 4, 7th and 8th. Cody Nevin, who had that absolute great drive, if you will, in heat race number 3 to get himself clinched into this field. He will start 9th with Desmond Busby in 10th. Josh Fuller and John Ruggiero Jr. will be 11th and 12th. The Bulldog Matthew Selby 13th. Robbie Buchanan Jr. will be 14th. Evan C. able to squeak in. He will be 15th with Jaden Anderson 16th. Colton Zimmer, Scott Smith 17th and 18th. Nick Baum, Jonathan Adkins, the top 20. Then Ben Countermarsh able to squeak in 21st with Scout Neff, and Anthony Thompson will be the caboose here on the field here at Charlotte. Folks, it has been an absolute blast to call this for the past 10 weeks. And what a place to send them off here at Charlotte. It looks like we are going to get the famous 4-wide salute here this evening. And folks, ladies and gentlemen, 6.5 years ago, the Wotail Group was formed. Tonight, the ground-pounding Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series wants you to rise to your feet one more time this season and make some noise as we present to you 4-wide in prime time live on Ultimate Dirt TV. Beautiful camera angles by Adam Fligger, the producer this evening. My name is Jake Reeves on the call for the final race of the season. Logan Rumsey going to see if he can try to ride the momentum as best that he can. Right now, he's on a hot streak right now, 2 for 2. One last Sunday night, one Monday night in the World of Outlaws Butt Kicker Late Model Series. Gonna try to go 3 for 3 if he can, but there's some hungry guys back behind him. J.D. Brown, Blake Majulis, Chase Barber, those guys also with Kendall Tucker. And don't count out Evan C. He may be starting 15th, but he has still got a rocket and should be able to squeak up here and get a hold of them here in the later stages of this race. Pace truck lights is off. And folks, like I said, the past 9 weeks has been an absolute blast to be here. Thanks to Brett, thanks to Steven for all they do, thanks to them for letting us be here to enjoy it just as much as you fans have, as well as we got a green flag and we are on the gas here at Charlotte. Rumsey jumps out to a little early lead, if you will. Brown going to be right behind him. Majulis down on the bottom, trying to see if he can pull Kendall Tucker down on that bottom side. Find a way around Chase Barber if they can. Rumsey still got it. Brown right behind him. Julius trying to see if he can, like I said, run the bottom. And Barber, we've seen him love to run that top side. Julius still trying to edge out just whatever he can down on the bottom of the racetrack. Remember, 50 laps is the feature distance here this evening. Or 50 minutes, whichever one comes first. But folks, I believe it's going to be over with before the 50-minute clock expires. So we got one guy, looks like he is fixing to go a lap down. That's Jaden Anderson. Had to pull out of the pits. Anderson ripping the top back up here. Running dead last on the field is Rumsey and the rest of the field motoring to him. So that's going to play in factor when they catch Anderson, especially with the lap traffic. Barbara able to get the top working, able to get around Brown. Majulis able to get around him as well. So put Majulis up to third, running right on the bottom of the racetrack. Slides up, gets in front of Brown just a little bit. Looks like they're going to try to run single file just for a little bit. But the first 5 right here, pretty much nose to tail. It's back in the back. We got some hard racing back here. Almost 3 wide back here around the Dylan Wilson, Robert Buchanan Jr. area. Buchanan Jr. trying to find a way around Nevin and Wilson both, as they are straight up digging here at Charlotte. 9 laps down on the board of the 50-lap feature. Anderson has pretty much put it on the tow truck. He has called it a night. So the 1 lap car that we had, he has called it an evening. So no lap traffic in front of Rumsey at this time. Barbara still second, Majulis third. Brown still trying to hold on to fourth, but he's starting to feel a little bit of heat. Here comes Tucker. Tucker gonna see if he can try to get some momentum up. Try to find a way around J.D. Brown. Right behind him, Chase Hardy, got 2 chases in the field. Hardy back here trying to see if he can squeak up here, but I'm telling you, it is a straight up dogfight back here around the Caleb Durgan area, as they're looking 3 wide going into 3. Durgan all the way up in the fence. As Wilson and Nevin able to advance past, as well as Selby and Evan C., who started 15th on the night, all the way up to 10th right now. It's Buchanan Jr. trying to run the top right here, see if he can find a way around him. Durgan, who slapped the fence, started 7th, now he's back to 12th. Up front, the battle is on, looking like it's going to be a huge battle right here for third, as Brown and Tucker have caught Majulis. And Barbara, not too far back from Rumsey, should have a battle for the lead brewing up here in the next couple of laps. Battle for third still on. Majula's trying to run the middle. Brown all the way to the top. Tucker down to the bottom. Three completely different lines going into turn number one. Majula's trying to play a little defense, if you will, try to hold off J.D. Brown and Tucker. Up front, this battle really starting to heat up as here comes Barbara. Try to see if he can close up on the back of Rumsey. The battle now still raging on for third as Majula's and Brown still duking it out. Back here around the Evans C mark, it is just a straight up hornet's nest. C's back here battling with Wilson and Selby. Almost looking three wide there for a second. Buchanan Jr. right in the middle of that, as well as Durgan. John Ruggiero Jr., Colton Zimmer, all of these guys battling it out for positions on the racetrack. They're looking three wide coming off of turn number 4. Buchanan Jr. down to the bottom of the racetrack. Seeing if he can advance, and up front, battle has heated up as Barbara has caught Logan Rumsey right up on his back bumper. These two have straight up stretched it out over Majulis and Brown. They're in a battle of their own with Tucker right behind them. Barber really starting to put the pressure on Rumsey. Now he's going to dive to the bottom. But to no avail. Rumsey still has it. He goes to the bottom. Barber trying to see if he can get momentum on the top. Not able to do it. So Rumsey still has the lead. Barber second. Majulis in a side-by-side battle now with J.D. Brown. But Majulis gets the momentum, carries it off the corner. Brown almost gets into the back of him. Brown goes to the top, Majulis down low. Kendall Tucker following suit right behind him. These five guys, they've actually broken away from Chase Hardy, who is all by himself, if you will, running right solidly in the 6th spot here this evening, up from 8th to 6th. It looks like Majulis has been the biggest mover, 15th to 7th. Majulis now in 5th. I believe I said it was Majulis. I meant to say C, folks. He's the biggest mover in the field. But Majulis, he's slipped back to 5th now as Tucker and J.D. Brown have gotten around him. The lead has opened up just ever so slightly over Rumsey and Chase Barber as we have passed the halfway point here in the 50-lap feature. Barbara all over the back bumper of Rumsey now, as they are catching lap traffic. That lap traffic is the number 18 of Scout Neff. So here goes Barbara. He's going to try to throw it in, but to no avail. Still will follow Rumsey as the battle rages on back in the 3rd spot with Brown and Tucker. You see Barbara, he's going to go down to the bottom, take a look, take a peek, if you will. Now door-to-door battle for the lead here at Charlotte. But to no avail, Rumsey still gets the run off of the corner, so Barbara's going to have to figure something out to find a way around Logan Rumsey, who I mentioned earlier is coming off a straight-up heater, if you will, for the past 2 races this week. Winning Sunday night at Lincoln and then also Monday night at Lincoln as well. Neff goes all the way to the top of the racetrack, gives room to Barbara and Rumsey as they squeak by on the inside lane. So Barbara's got 19 laps to try to find a way around Rumsey. Right behind them, battling on with J.D. Brown and Tucker. Majulis has fell off a little bit from this battle for 3rd. A couple other guys battling back here. C is actually catching up to Chase Hardy now. Wilson solely in that 8th position. Buchanan Jr. and the Bulldog Matthew Selby door-to-door trying to battle it out for what looks like the 9th position on the racetrack. But Barbara still putting pressure on Rumsey right now. Barber's still trying to hold on. Rumsey's still trying to hold on. Barber trying to find a way, if any way, shape, fashion, or form. These two guys straight up the class of the field here this evening. Something we haven't actually seen this season has been a long green flag run, and that's exactly what you're getting here at Charlotte. And with Devin Morgan not here this evening and Barber running as good as he is, Barber looks like he's going to be in prime position to take home the title here this evening. Tucker back here trying to find a way around Scout Neff, able to do it. J.D. Brown blinked for a second, now he's back. Gets all the way up in the fence. Takes the right rear straight into the wall, but he's still trying to find a way around Tucker. The battle still rages on for the lead with Rumsey and Chase Barber. Lap traffic up top. That's Scott Smith in the 53. They're trying to find a way around Scott, and then they're also catching up to Jonathan Atkins. That's the 21 entry. So Rumsey having to actually go down to the bottom, which is not where he has been most of the time. He's been up top, with Barber running up top as well. So both of them going to have to change their lines up as they come to 10 laps to go right here. Barber down on the bottom, made a little bit of gain, if you will, on Rumsey, as they bypass Jonathan Atkins right here. The next car that they will be catching is Nick Baum. He's just now coming off of turn 2. Rumsey now comes off of turn 2. So lap traffic may play a factor here as they come 8 laps to go. Barber trying to get one last heave, if you will, and get him a win here at the famed dirt track at Charlotte. A bunch of other battles going on back here in the back. Robbie Buchanan Jr. back here as well. It's Cody Nevin. He took a huge slide, able to try to get around both of them. So Nevin having a good run, making it work, if you will. That crazy Heat 3 that he was able to get into this feature, and he's still able to hold it up into the top 15 right now. So good run by the number 11 of Cody Nevin. As you see, a huge slider he throws right here on Buchanan Jr. Throws it a little bit too hard, if you will, straight up into the fence. And up front, the battle has raged on, and it is getting closer, folks. Rumsey all the way to the top. Barber really starting to put the heat on. He knows it is time to go. And here he goes. Slider all the way down to the bottom. Rumsey comes back down on the bottom. So Barber's going to start throwing them haymakers right here, right now, as it's between him and Rumsey. Rumsey gets into the fence. Barber is going to advance, go down to the bottom. Side by side at the line, 3 laps to go. As Barber is going to rip the top and carry the momentum. See if he can dethrone Logan Rumsey. Rumsey slams it straight up into the wall. Barber is going to sneak by him. And that might be the dagger for Rumsey here this evening, as Chase Barber able to squeak by us. We got a caution on the speedway. We got a spinner off in turn number 3. Hold the phone, Mr. Chase Barber. You are not done yet. Caleb Durgan gets spun around over in turn number 3, brings out the caution, and folks, we was green the whole way. And Chase Barber has got to be sitting there saying, you have got to be kidding me. I had this bad boy in the bag. Rumsey slipped up just that one little bit off of turn number 4. And Barber straight up had it in the bag. Durgan spins, brings out the caution. we'll get one attempt, or we'll get a couple attempts at a green-white checkered if need be. So Barbara leads. Rumsey will be second, Tucker third, J.D. Brown fourth. And how about Evan C., folks? I talked about him earlier. He's going to be the one to really watch here in this field, 15th to 5th. And he is, believe it or not, actually not the biggest mover in the field. As from what I'm seeing right now, it's the number 20 of Colton Zimmer started 17th up to 10th. Believe it or not, I don't believe he is neither, as I'm looking at Ben Countermore started 21st up to 13th. So a lot of big movers here in this field. As pace truck is off, Rumsey going to be right up on the back bumper of Barbara. They'll settle it right here at Charlotte. His green flag is back out. Barbara on the gas. Here comes Rumsey. All of them running right up against the top. Tucker as well as J.D. Brown and Evan C. All of them trying to run the top. Coming around, take the white flag here for the 50-lap feature in the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series finale. Barbara going to try to hold on, see if he can shock the world right here and deny Rumsey. Rumsey going to get one last heave going into 3, not able to do it. Chase Barbara able to capitalize and gets the win here tonight at Charlotte. That one little slip that Rumsey had might have cost him the race right there, as Barbara was able to get back out front and was able to get the win tonight. Awesome deal right there for Barbara to get it. Looks like he will take home the championship in the points. And also gets the win here tonight, caps it off here at Charlotte. So we'll get you the unofficial finishing order right here. Barbara gets the win. Rumsey second. Tucker will get third. J.D. Brown gets fourth. Evan C. from 15th to 5th. Blake Majuda 6th. Dylan Wilson 7th. Matthew Selby, good run for him, 13th to 8th. Chase Hardy 9th. Colton Zimmer 17th to 10th. Rest of them outside the top 10. Cody Nevin, Robbie Buchanan Jr. How about Ben Countermarsh, 21st to 13th, able to hold on to 13th on that last green-white checker. John Ruggiero Jr., 14th. Nick Baum will be 15th. Anthony Thompson, Desmond Busby, 16th to 17th. Josh Fuller, the last car to finish on the lead lap. The rest of the drivers, Scott Smith, Jonathan Atkins, Scout Neff, Caleb Durgan, and Jaden Anderson, rounding out the 50-lap feature field here this evening for the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series finale here at Charlotte. See if we can grab a couple of our drivers right here. Place finisher. That is going to be Mr. Kendall Tucker. We're going to bring Kendall Tucker up here in the booth. And Kendall, good run for you here tonight here at Charlotte. Just, did you have anything else? Did you have anything for Rumsey and Barbara? I know that caution kind of helped you out a little bit right there. But was there anything that you could have done to try to get around both of them?
We had a good car there in the feature. Just kind of got I don't know, couldn't get around a couple cars there, during that long green flag run we had, and until it was about too late, and I just stacked up there for that last restart and just got in there and to one a little hot and tagged the wall. But I think we were fairly close to the top 2 there, there at the end. Just wish we could have had maybe some more laps, and I think we just need to make maybe 1 or 2 more adjustments to this thing. I think we'll be a little better hopefully.
Well, and coming into the night, that right there was the longest green flag y'all, or the longest green flag run y'all had all season. Just all the way down to the wire, and then all of a sudden a caution just pops out of nowhere right there. But I mean, that was literally the longest green flag run that y'all had all season, and I'm sure, it had to be a good feeling for y'all, especially, going into tomorrow night with the, World Outlaw Butt Kicker Series. It gives you a good test for tomorrow night's racing.
Yeah, that's really the whole goal. Running on Sunday nights is just try to get some practice before Monday nights come around, and we had a pretty decent season here on Sundays. Just had a couple bad weeks, and don't think we clicked off a win on the Sunday night deal, but had a couple seconds I think, and a couple more good runs. Just needed a little bit more to try and win the points. We had the points lead there early in the season, and I think around like round 4 or 5 we started having some bad luck here on Sundays, but all in all, it was a good fun experience, with the new tire model and stuff. We'll just got tomorrow night and hopefully, finish off strong.
Absolutely, finish off strong. Try to ride the momentum and getting third here tonight in the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series. But Kendall Tucker getting third tonight. Go ahead and give us your shout outs, bud.
Yep, got to thank Evan and Blake, and everybody at CFM. Got to thank BHR Fabrication, Double Nickel Race Cars, and Tour V by Justin Perlman, and all my family and friends, for supporting me. And, like I said, just got one more night here tomorrow, and hopefully we can finish off strong.
Kendall Tucker getting third tonight. Congratulations on the third place finish, and good luck tomorrow night, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks to you guys, for all your hard work, for the broadcast all season.
We appreciate that, bud.
Absolutely.
That was Kendall Tucker. Might have cut him off just a little bit quick right there. Sorry about that, Kendall, but getting third tonight, that's really going to ride it for him going into tomorrow night. But this right here, this might be the hard interview I got to do right here. Logan Rumsey, just straight up, man, you absolutely waxed him throughout the race. Was it just that little bit of contact that you got into 4? Was that just or was that the changing point of the race for you right there?
Yeah, I had a really good race going there. But just by about around halfway, after halfway, Chase just started putting the pressure on me. I was just trying to find a better line to run. I ended up hitting the wall a little bit, so he ended up getting around me. But it was definitely still a really good run though. We had him covered tonight.
Absolutely, you had them covered tonight, big time, bud. And winning last week, and then win or the Monday night series, you win that, and come in here and get second. That's got to be some serious momentum, especially for y'all season ending. For the Monday night series at Charlotte, that's got to be awesome. Just have all this momentum just riding all the way into to tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's great to know we have a lot of speed. This league's amazing. Just to make sure we're up to speed for tomorrow, and it's definitely been helping out this year.
Absolutely. Well, Logan Rumsey getting second here tonight, riding that momentum. Logan, before we let you go ahead and give me your shout outs, bud.
Yes, everyone at Alpha Industries, JD, James, Loic, and Chase Barber for helping test today. We both had it pretty tuned in.
Absolutely. Logan Rumsey getting second here tonight. And Logan, congratulations on a hard fought season. And good luck tomorrow night, bud.
Thank you.
That was Logan Rumsey getting second and done everything he could. Just one spot short, and going to bring in the winner, the number 23. That is Mr. Chase Barber. And Chase, Devin Morgan wasn't here last week. He wasn't here this week. It looks like, from what we see and from what we've heard, that the points are unofficial as of right now. But it looks like you might be able to take home a trophy here in the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series. Not only that, and win here tonight at Charlotte.
Yeah, track was really slick, and our car was really good. We were really set up for it, and we were just rolling really slow through the middle, and I knew the top was there, but I didn't really want to show it to him. I kind of set my car up a little freer to run up there, and I just started saw the laps taken down, and I just started ripping it up there, and we got around them, and then we got that last yellow, and the car was a little ill handling whenever the tire cooled down, I guess. But we were really good, and car was really good, and I'm happy we I think we locked up the championship, so it feels pretty good.
Absolutely, and that is unofficial as of right now from what I'm being told by higher ups right now. It's unofficial, but going back to right there when you passed Rumsey, Rumsey got in the fence. Had he not got in the fence, do you still think you might have had a shot at him, even though, if he didn't get in the fence?
I don't know. We were really close, and whenever you're sliding on a track that slick, it's just the car doesn't stop sliding, and sometimes it'll get you. And he just sent it hard, trying to get back to me because I'd got the top on him and kind of got around him in 1 and 2. So, he just sent it hard, and whenever it's slick like that, you just don't stop sliding, and the brakes in these cars are terrible. So.
Absolutely. I like driving on ice in North Georgia, where I'm from, straight up. But Chase Barber able to get the win unofficially. Unofficially, once again, folks, is the champion here for the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series. Chase, before we let you go ahead and give me your shout-outs, bud.
I'd like to thank Cocky Floyd Consulting. JC Floyd made a really nice car for this race, and it's a car I'm going to start running more. Speed Ranch, Hunter Gaines Racing, Dirty South Speed Shop, just everybody who helps me out. Tanner, JC, Lucas Shuark, just all my teammates and all my friends. It's been a pretty fun season.
It's been a pretty fun season to sit here and watch y'all for the past 10 weeks just straight up rip it. And we appreciate you as well, Chase. We appreciate everybody that was in the series. But, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on, once again, that unofficial championship. And good luck tomorrow night, bud.
Yeah, thank y'all for putting this on and broadcasting it for everybody.
Yep, we appreciate it, bud.
Yep.
That was Chase Barber. Gets the win, like I said, unofficially. The points champion coming in, or the points champion finishing off the night. But we got a hard charger. We got Evan C up here in the booth, and Evan, you had to do it the hard way, to be honest with you. It seemed like you had a hell of a night tonight, bud.
Yeah, just tried something different qualifying there, and it didn't work out for us. But it's okay. We was able to, as long as we get some laps in and make the show, which we was able to do, and we had a pretty good car in the feature there, and was able to come up through the field, and I think the track was pretty good to allow us to do that. So really that's what we wanted to do, to be able to test for Monday, and just get a feed on the track and everything, and it seemed we ought to be pretty good, I think.
And you might have opened Rumsey's eyes just a little bit, because Rumsey's actually second on Monday nights. You're actually still leading in the series with the race tomorrow night at Charlotte to go. Able to fight back right here from having to go to a B main and then getting a top 5, the Hard Charger Award. That's definitely got to give you some confidence and some serious momentum going into tomorrow night to try to lock up that championship.
Yeah, it's nice to get out in the feature there, and have a pretty good car, and anytime you can feel good about your race pace, and just work on some other small things to get better, that's always good. And it seems like everybody's pretty close in speed, so definitely the fine-tune adjustments matter a lot now, and we still got a few to make, but I'm sure come Monday would be pretty good.
Awesome, Evan. Well, get the Hard Charger tonight, and being able to go 15th to 5th. Evan C, hell of a run tonight. Go ahead and give me your shout-outs, bud.
Yeah, just gotta thank everyone at CFM Esports, Majula C Speed Shop, Tat 3 Defense, Captain Morgan, and Cruise Petragon Racing, ShopFergie22.com, and everybody else helps us out. And I gotta thank Steve and everyone for putting on the series for us, and y'all guys for broadcasting.
I gotta say it. I know this is the last race of the season, but gotta love that Captain Morgan. Love to hear it every single week.
Oh,
But Evan C, getting the Hard Charger tonight. Congratulations on a hell of a finish, hard fought finish for top 5, and good luck tomorrow night trying to lock up that championship.
Thank you.
That was Evan C, and so far, folks, this is the unofficial, as I've said numerous times, this is the unofficial point standings for the end of it. Chase Barbara at 830, Kendall Tucker at 782. So Tucker goes up to second, Rumsey to third. JD Brown unofficially is fourth in the points. him and Rumsey was battling it out for that for that position. Dylan Wilson, he's actually going to go up to 5th in the points. Morgan was the biggest loser, actually dropping down to 6th. He was not here to make it this evening. Buchanan Jr., Matthew Selby, Blake Majulis, and Colton Zimmer, obviously unofficially the top 10 finishers in the points here this evening. But, folks, that will wrap up the broadcast here for this evening and for, like I said, folks, what has been a hell of a season all the way around. It's been an absolute pleasure to call these races. First and foremost, need to thank, Stephen and Brett for everything that they do within the Wotail group. And, for allowing me and Adam to come in here on Sunday nights and allowing us to be able to be invited into your homes every single Sunday night and call these races. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been a blast with all the hard racing, with the wrecks, the wins, the fiery competition, all of that. It's been an absolute blast to be here for every bit of it. I also want to mention the sponsors, Tri-City Speed, DirtFan.com, Studio 10 Wraps, Mission 22 for the title sponsor, and obviously the Wotail Group for everything that they do. Chase Barbara gets the win here tonight, Charlotte. Like I said, unofficially the championship winner of the Mission 22 Super Late Model Dirt Series. And, folks, like I said, it's been a hell of a ride. Hopefully we'll see y'all down the road. This has been a production of Ultimate Dirt TV and the Wotail Group. We'll see you folks down the road.